Today on Karamo, he spent decades searching for his father.
It's the missing piece. It's the missing piece.
Is this his father? What's making you so emotional right now?
To not know is hurtful.
His daughter is skeptical.
You sure you didn't know about him?
Honestly didn't know that he exists.
A revelation that will change everything. We actually have a very shocking reveal from your mother, Voila. Uh-oh.
I'm very angry right now.
Did Michael actually meet Abdul when he was younger?
Yes.
Did this man abandon his son?
Just want the family to be able to bond.
But if this is not your father, what are you gonna do? A 39-year-old DNA secret revealed. Welcome to the show, friends. Today we have a 39-year-old DNA mystery. Abdul has been trying to find a man named Michael Evans his entire life. Michael is the man he believes to be his father. Just a few months ago, Abdul found Michael and is confident that the mystery has been solved. But Abdul's alleged sister, Tomeika, has her doubts, okay? She's like, and feels like the mystery is only beginning. Everyone, please help me welcome Abdul to the show. Hey, Abdul.
How you doing, man?
Good, brother. How you doing?
All right.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
This is a long time coming. How many years?
39.
Oh, my
39
gosh.
years.
So what did you know about your father growing up?
Nothing. His name, I kind of doubted if that was his name. It was so Michael Evans.
Yeah.
So I didn't know much. My mom, she, didn't have much information for me. I tried to do book reports. Hey, Mom, I'm doing family tree. I need some information.
Just digging and trying to find something.
Just anything.
What was life like without him?
Well,
Without having a father?
It's a void that
Yeah.
you have. And you try to fill it with things. It takes you places unsupervised, with a single mother.
Yeah.
So you end up getting into the mix with maybe the wrong people, So it took a while to get out of that influence and back on a positive road.
Makes sense. Were you close to your mom's family?
Oh, absolutely. My mom's, come from a nice, loving family.
Is that your mom right there?
Yeah, that's my mom. Yeah, absolutely. And my family, they never let me know it. My grandmom, she's so awesome. I never knew people had two grandmoms till I was in high school, 11th grade.
Wow,
And I
makes
said,
sense.
My
Makes
best
sense.
friend said he had two grandmas. I said, wow, you got two? Dang.
So you said, people without their fathers get caught up. Did you get caught up in stuff?
Yeah, I got caught up. I went down a little path where I, got involved in the criminal element. And, I did my time and I came home and, started to rebuild my life. So this is
Good job.
A nice addition.
Yeah. Good job. Because that's hard, and I'm proud of you for that. So I want to know, how did you start looking for Michael?
Well, it was Ancestry.com.
Okay.
I put a little thing in there, filled out my information, and I got a distant cousin, that wasn't on my recognized family tree. So it led some mysteries. We started messaging each other. And the messages, I didn't have too much information. There's nothing she could pull on. So the conversation really died. And right before I stopped using the app, she messaged me like, I found your dad.
Wow.
And I didn't see that message. And that message must have came in like December. And the message actually had my dad's name, his phone number. If I had read it, I would have connected with him.
Wow.
And so we went some time, and then April Fools. He reached out on Facebook and messaged me. He said, heard we might be related.
Wow.
So that was like April Fools. I didn't know how to take it.
Yeah. You're right. You're like, you fucking me right now? We actually, yeah.
But my mom, she confirmed it. She seen his profile picture, and he had one from back in the day. And she was like, that's him.
So I know y'all met for the first time on Father's Day?
Yep.
Why that day?
Well, again, you know, we April Fools, so
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Father's Day was coming up soon, and I'm like, wow, this might really be my dad, and I don't want to go another Father's Day without my father.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, I live in PA,
Yeah.
and he lives in Louisiana. So, you know, I got the rental, and we road tripped it.
Wow. So how did it feel when you finally met him?
Oh, man, it was like looking in the mirror.
Really?
Yeah, like I found myself.
Wow.
You know, and that was just so amazing. And he was so receptive. I mean, it's like winning the lottery.
Yeah. Wow.
You know, and you don't want to throw that ticket away.
Yeah. Michael has other children, though. Like, what is that relationship with them for you?
Well, you know, he has my older sister, she's a year older than me, and 3 other boys under me.
So what happened when you met your potential siblings?
Me and my brothers, the little brothers, we bonded.
Was your sister, was she open and embracing as your brothers were, or your potential brothers?
We talked on the phone. Obviously, I haven't met her, but you know, we just was trying to connect. And again, those doubts may be lingering. I really don't want people to think that, you know, I'm seeking something from him other than a relationship. You know, I don't need action figures or a big wheel.
Yeah.
You know.
You're grown. You just want to know if this is your
I'm
dad.
grown, yeah.
I get it. So listen, your potential sisters here, who you've never met before.
Right.
My God. So before we meet her, I want you to take a look at what she said.
I really can't believe that I possibly have a brother that I haven't known about for almost 40 years. My family's so convinced that Abdul is my brother, but I need proof at this point. I just need everybody to chill. Just because someone takes a genealogy DNA test doesn't mean that it proves the exact relationship. I don't know anything about this man, Abdul. What's his story? Where did he come from? My father has a very common name. I'm sure there were a lot of Michaels in the military. I just can't believe that I could have had a brother that I have known nothing about for almost 40 years. I'm a mother. I could never imagine letting my kids grow up without knowing who their father is or their family. And if my dad actually knew about him and didn't say anything, I'd truly be devastated. This has gone on way too long. It is time for the truth to come out one way or another.
What's making you so emotional right now?
To not know is hurtful.
Is this his father?
You sure you didn't know about him?
Honestly didn't know that he exists.
A revelation that will change everything. We actually have a very shocking reveal from your mother, Voila. Uh-oh.
I'm very angry right now.
Did Michael actually meet Abdul when he was younger?
Yes.
How did you start looking for Michael?
I got a distant cousin. She messaged me like, I found your dad.
Wow. How did it feel when you finally met him?
Like looking in the mirror.
Michael has other children, though. Like, what is that relationship like with them for you?
I really don't want people to think that, you know, I'm seeking something from him other than a relationship.
Your potential sisters here, who you've never met before.
My family's so convinced that Abdul is my brother, but just because someone takes a genealogy DNA test doesn't mean that it proves the exact relationship.
Wow. Well, she has some doubt. So everyone, please welcome Tomeika to the show. Hey, how are you doing? Oh.
Hey, cool.
So I know this is your first time meeting each other, and you've heard about him. What's making you so emotional right now?
I just never thought that. I just never thought that I'd be in this position. And to not know about somebody,
Yeah.
because I'm the oldest child, to not know is hurtful.
Got it. Are you close to your father, Daddy's girl?
There was a span where we weren't,
because, you know, him and my mom broke up when I was 3.
Got it.
And there was about a 7-year gap until, you know, we got together again. I think I was about 12. So, you know, just trying to navigate being back in his life. But, you know, I would say it really clicked to me that, you know, around 15, that, okay, this is really my dad. And, you know, and I feel like from the age of 15 up until now.
You were close.
We got close.
So how did you find out about Abdul?
So I found out from my brother, Andrew.
Oh, wow.
And I was really hurt by that because I thought that information should have came to me from my father.
Got it.
So, yeah.
So what's giving you the doubts, though? Because you just said on there, you're like, even though he went on Ancestry, you know, you're still like, I don't know about this.
Because I can't believe that. I mean, I'm 40 years old.
Yeah.
He's right under me. And I'm just thinking, like, how could y'all not have known? Or, I mean, Dad, you slept with his mom. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, if his mom knew, like, I understand that back in the 80s, we don't have the communication that we have now. But 40 years, it took
So that's why you're hesitant to call him brother?
That's why and I don't want to be disappointed.
Got it.
I deal with a lot of
I
disappointment.
know she's my sister. I feel it.
Yeah.
You know, I know that's my dad, and I just feel like, you know, just getting over the hump where everyone can, you know, bond.
Yeah.
And, you know, have a honest bond. You know, that's what
But so your parents, your mother was in the military, your father was in the military, and that's how they met, right?
Yes.
Don't you think that your mother could have found him, especially with him being in the military?
She tried. She really did.
Because they keep the record, so they would be able to follow. How do you feel about that?
Right.
That's my point.
That's your point?
That's my point.
Well, she would have to know his commanding officer, his platoon. You know, it is an Army base, and again, it's the 80s, so the communication is not really that prevalent. But, you know, obviously you wish they handled the situation better, but again, they were young too.
So, yeah, go for it.
They should have definitely handled the situation better, because if they did, we would not be here. I mean, at the end of the day, this is 39 years that we've missed on being able to develop a relationship.
If he's your brother.
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I'm the product of, you know, him and my mom were high school sweethearts. I'm thinking too, like, I'm doing the math. You and my mom broke up when I was 3. He's a year younger than me, and then I have another brother that's like a year and a half younger than me.
Wow, so Dad was getting
busy.
around.
That was busy.
So I'm like, did my mom mean anything to you at all?
Yes, it sort of destroys other relationships. But Abdul, for you, I know that you're saying close. Tomeika still has doubts. She has doubts. How does that make you feel?
I mean, I just want to love him away, you know, and if the test will help.
That's actually really sweet. I want to love him away. Wow, I like that. Well, listen, I think there's somebody that we need to bring in here, which is Michael, your potential father. So everyone, please help me welcome Michael to the show. Are you smooth? How you doing now?
How you doing?
I'm good, good. So, Michael, you said that the news about, you know, finding out about Abdul was a bombshell to you. Talk about that moment.
I was in Florida, and I had a first cousin call me, and she said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I said, "Well, I'm chilling."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Are you sitting down?" And I was like, "For what?" She said, "I have some news." So, man, you know, actually I thought somebody died. She said, "You may have a son."
What went through your mind immediately when you heard that?
You sure you didn't know about him?
Honestly didn't know that he exists.
A revelation that will change everything. We actually have a very shocking reveal from your mother, Voila. Uh-oh.
I'm very angry right now.
Did Michael actually meet Abdul when he was younger?
Yes.
How did you find out about Abdul?
I found out from my brother, Andrew.
Oh, wow.
I was really hurt by that because I thought that information should have came to me from my father. This is 39 years that we've missed.
If he's your brother.
Correct.
I had a first cousin call me. She said, you may have a son.
What went through your mind immediately when you heard that?
Uh-oh. You know, cause I'm married.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
when she said I may have a son, I'm like, how I get a son? I mean, what happened?
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, and I'm married. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
So did you know about Abdul at all before he showed up on your doorstep 3 months ago or a few months ago?
never.
Never.
Never had an inkling. I was in Fort Huachuca, Arizona. I met his mom one time before, but there was no verbal interaction. We was all at somebody's house, military, playing cards, drinking. And just me and my girlfriend kind of got into it, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to the club. You know, it's a weekend. And I ran into his mom again. And we conversed, we danced, we drank.
We know where this going.
And,
No game?
and we made a adult decision that we was gonna leave together.
Yeah.
And one thing led into another, and now it's here.
Yeah.
But, you know, I hurt my daughter. So, when I finally talked to my daughter, she said, Dad, you've been cheating on my mom. And not only once, but his mom too, you know, and I heard her. And when I first answered the phone, and there was this burst of energy coming through the phone, hey, Dad. And I was like,
Yeah. You were hesitant.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, I never met him. I never saw him. And for him to call me Dad, I didn't know how to respond. I really didn't.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say though. Like, hey, Mike.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've said it here, like, even though you've embraced this, we really don't know if this is your father. You know what I
Right.
mean? And so I can understand those feelings. Like, were you uncomfortable by hearing him say dad?
Yes, it threw me off.
Yeah.
But are you sure you didn't know about him?
No,
are
I didn't know about him. No, I didn't know. Well, I know about you, and when you and I get together, I was in the military. Her stepfather was in the military.
Okay.
He was in the Navy, so they went this direction. I was in the Army. We went this direction. So there was a disconnect of her being Daddy's little girl. She's my only daughter.
Yeah.
So we didn't have that at a younger age. But I mean, we
Well, she clearly loves you because we see that this whole situation is affecting her deeply, and it's really crazy to me because we have a man here who's fully embraced it, and we have you that's like nervous and someone else, and so it's crazy. Listen, we just received an alert. We actually have a very shocking reveal from your mother, Wala, that I think everyone needs to hear. Let's take a look at this.
I don't know how you couldn't remember that because you came to my place and held your son when he was 3 months old.
Hold on. That just got me because I haven't seen this video yet. Can we play that again? Because she just said you met him. Can I hear that again? I need to hear that again.
I don't know how you couldn't remember that because you came to my place and held your son when he was 3 months old.
Hold on. So, because you just said right now that you've never met him, you didn't, and so we're hearing. What do you think about that?
Dad, like, seriously, I need you to be 100% honest.
Like, I
Is that
asked my
video
mom-
true?
Did you know
it's not
about
true.
him?
As a matter of fact,
So why would she say that? You held him at 3 months. Why would she say that?
I mean, I asked my mom, you know, like I said, I've been trying to get information out of her. You know, what's my dad's name? Did he ever see me? And she did say that he did see me one time.
So then why is it that you're claiming that you never you never held your child, and she's saying you did at 3 months?
I never did. And another thing, I wouldn't know where her place was at. I don't know. Look, when we met, she had a boyfriend. She had a boyfriend, and just the perfect storm. He was out of town that weekend, and we got together. Her and I got together. After that, I didn't see her no more.
You know, like before I was like over here,
no more.
the story's making more sense to me before, but now when you're saying, when someone else is saying that you have met them.
No, I met her.
Okay.
I haven't met him.
Abdul, I want to talk to your mother. She's in the audience. Voila. Okay. So, Walla, I got to ask you immediately. We just heard you say that. Did Michael actually meet Abdul when he was younger?
Yes.
Did he hold him?
Yes.
So he knew about Abdul the entire time. Did this man abandon his son?
He showed up, he came over.
I'm very angry right now.
Honestly, didn't know that he exists.
Just want the family to be able to bond.
But if this is not your father, what are you gonna do? A 39-year-old DNA secret revealed.
You are the father. Get off my stage.
So did you know about Abdul at all before he showed up on your doorstep?
Never.
Are you sure you didn't know about him?
No, I didn't know about him.
Listen, we just received an alert. We actually have a very shocking reveal from your mother, Voila, that I think everyone needs to hear.
I don't know how you couldn't remember that because you came to my place and held your son when he was 3 months old.
Abdul, I want to talk to your mother. She's in the audience. Did Michael actually meet Abdul when he was younger?
Yes.
So he knew about Abdul the entire time?
There was a big misunderstanding with
Okay.
when Abdul was born because, again, he said I was with someone. So I didn't know who his father was. So that could be his interpretation of not knowing.
But you did tell him, I'm assuming, when he held him that it could possibly be his. Did you?
We didn't have that exact conversation. It was he showed up, he came over, and, you know, and I said, you know, this is, you know, my son, and that was that. We didn't have no real big conversation.
I didn't even know where you lived.
So you're saying you never even went to the house? Because I'm confused right now.
She was in.
It was 39 years ago.
The time that her and I.
At this point, the truth just needs to come out. Because again, this is 39 years. This is 39 years.
Yes,
we
it
have
is.
3 other brothers.
Yep. Yes, you do.
And I mean,
but
I just feel like you two, as consenting adults, should have done the right thing.
I got with her,
because me and my siblings were the cause of a relationship if this is my brother.
When her and I got together, they had a trailer. It was a trailer.
Yeah, it was a trailer. when
So
we were
how could
together.
I know that she's in an apartment? It don't make sense.
So then why do you think he visited you if Michael's saying, no, I did not, I didn't know anything?
We was on an army base and someone could say, hey man, you know that girl you was with, she had a baby or whatever. You know, anything could have happened. You know, we were
But
we
you
were
are
young.
confident that he visited?
Yeah,
Who
we were
knew?
young.
Who knew we was together? Who knew we was together?
There was a lot
I mean,
of...
I'm not trying to attack her, but who would come to me and say, hey, Mike, you know that
I
girl
don't
that
know,
you was
but the
with,
acquaintance that
you know
we
she had a
went
baby? How could they come to me and say that girl you was with had a baby when they don't even know if I've been with her?
Y'all played cards, y'all met a couple times. It is 39 years ago, and I don't know what Arizona looked like.
Well, listen, I do know it's 39 years ago, and I see that you have a positive spirit. You're really trying to say, like, I just want to let go of the past. But the past plays a big part because if he's sitting here saying he doesn't know you, but then your mother saying he met you and held you, that's a big deal because that goes to what Tomeika is saying, that like the pain that could be causing.
And it's not to discredit her, but I'm not going to be discredited either.
Did you ever tell him directly that Abdul might be his son?
No, I did not.
Never. Okay, then.
No.
It was only that Friday night and that Saturday morning.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Tomeika, I want to know from you, how do you feel knowing that your father could have
At least
potentially
you
had a
remember
relationship?
that.
I remember that. How can I not?
Because I want to know, how do you feel the fact that they could have potentially, your father could have potentially had a relationship, even if it was for a day?
I mean, because I'm very angry right now. I mean, and I'm not trying, I really don't want you to feel like I'm being disrespectful.
Look, I was 19.
But my question is, okay, you said that he came and he saw Abdul at 3 months old. Me being a mother, okay, I can never keep my children away from their father. Like, at the time, did you have any type of doubt that he could have possibly have been the father? I mean, you didn't think that it would be okay to tell him then? This is 39 years, and I'm passionate about it, and I know people probably are wondering, but I'm passionate about it because I was deprived of a relationship with my other brother for 12 years.
I went to Korea.
Here it is again. This is like reopening another wound.
I went to Korea.
I have another brother that's 39.
You can't put that on her. You can't put that on her.
I did not do that with him, unfortunately, you know, and I understand as a mother, you know, I did do some other things to try to kind of resolve that before I left Arizona.
Right.
But it never happened. You know, instead of, for me, paying a lawyer to say, okay, let's get this guy and, you know, make him pay for his son and all that stuff, or admit that this is his son, I decided to go home.
I got 4 kids.
Yeah, I decided to go home in the middle of that.
Do you believe that Michael could be Abdul's father?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
So, because you said you were confused then, but now as a grown woman, you're like, you're convinced.
Yeah, they definitely look alike. As Abdul got older and older, I could see the resemblance of Michael and him. So there was no need to, like, go find somebody else.
Did Abdul have a father figure in his life?
Yes. Unfortunately, you know, he's had uncles that he would call dad, but he would never feel, you know, like he said, he always had that void. He was picking my nieces and nephews' father out. So
did you ever, over the years, try to reach Michael?
Over the years, I did one time through this, I don't know, it was an old system that they were using to try to find people.
I didn't know about it.
And I could never find them. So.
But why would I know about it? I honestly didn't know that he exists. Well, how could you look for something when you don't know what you're looking for?
That's right.
And if he's my son, at the end of the day, now I'm a father of 5.
And that's another thing, Karamo. I really don't want you guys to think that I'm coming out here and I'm just being dramatic, but again.
No, I understand your pain.
The situation.
How about my pain?
I thought that they already had this DNA test stuff completed.
I can't just call you, hey, Mika, guess what? You got another brother.
Just want the family to be able to bond.
But if this is not your father, what are you gonna do? A 39-year-old DNA secret revealed.
When Abdul was born, I was with someone, so I didn't know who his father was.
If he's sitting here saying he doesn't know you, but then your mother saying he met you and held you, that's a big deal. Did you ever tell him directly that Abdul might be his son?
No, I did not.
I'm very angry right now.
I understand your pain.
The situation.
How about my pain?
My pain.
How about my pain?
Let's heal.
If he's my son, do you know? I got kids. She know me.
Yeah.
I missed out. There's no involvement. I would have never named him
we
Abdul.
all have, though.
I would have never named him Abdul. That wouldn't have happened. His name would have been Michael Evans Jr.
This is the
wanna hear
thing.
your daughter.
My issue is, you know, up until Friday, I thought that they already had this DNA test stuff completed. I just found out on Friday that it's still a question.
So they've been over here basically meeting up and all this, and
Right, I'm always being left in the dark. Again, my brother was the one who told me that we possibly had another brother.
But Mika, I can't just call you, hey Mika, guess what? You got another brother. I don't know.
But it's a lot of stuff that I didn't know. I didn't know that you reached out to him on social media.
Well, they reached out to me first.
What I'm saying
if you reached
is,
out to your father, wouldn't you want him to respond?
But Dad, what I'm saying is, like, I just want to be included. I'm always being left out and left in the dark.
I can't include you somehow. I don't have an answer.
I want to take it to the comments because I want to hear what the audience has to say about this. All right, so what are your thoughts on everything?
I think, Michael, it seems very convenient for you to act like you don't remember meeting Abdul. I wonder what kind of father intentionally would do that, forget their child for years.
Well,
Thank you.
your question, I can't answer a question that you're asking because you already assume that what was said happened, but it didn't. So for you to ask me, what kind of father am I? Ask my children. You can't ask me that.
I mean, thank you so much. I mean, well, the thing is that the reason he has these doubts, same reason I have these doubts, is because the woman who is Abdul's mother said you met him.
Right.
And so,
And she also said I came to her apartment.
I
The-
mean,
the
those
first time
semantics,
her and
all I
I-
heard was you met him, and that's all I know at 3 months. You know what I mean? Anybody else have anything to say? Come on down.
So you obviously had another woman at home pregnant or with a small child at the time while you were messing with Walla. So you couldn't have been as concerned missing out on another child's life while you were off.
Well, the answer to that, Mika was born in '82, and I was a senior in high school, and her mom was a junior. And
I heard
then
y'all was
I
sweethearts.
graduated, her mom got pregnant. I never denied anything. I took care of Mika from day one. From day one.
That's not what she said earlier.
No.
She said there was a different relationship.
Monetary-wise.
Okay.
Monetary-wise. My obligation, monetary-wise, I did that from day one. As far as being her life, day to day, how can I? I'm in the Army, and her mom, husband was in the Navy.
But that still affects me, Dad.
Well,
Come on,
I
Dad.
get
Again,
it.
We have-
it's the
we have one
same
more comment.
situation again with her not telling you, you being away.
Excuse me. So you were a dog, right?
No, I was promiscuous.
Yeah. So if Abdul's your son,
I was 19.
it should have been you who should have taken responsibility.
To do what? To do responsibility of what? Responsibility of what?
I mean, at the end of the day, I think one of the things is that I think the reason of this, because I would never call you a dog because you were young. I wouldn't, but the
Right,
thing is
right,
that
right.
the confusion that we're having here is that we don't know. When you hear someone say you met it puts a shady
How could you
taste
be
in
a
everyone's mouth.
dog? Because
Listen,
I'm a man. I
said it.
love women.
Yeah.
I was 19. I was 19. I lived South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina. I grew up on the projects.
Well, this is what I gotta say. At the end of the day, I think it's time to sort this out and time to figure out
I agree.
if you're the father.
I agree.
Just want the family to be able to bond.
But if this is not your father, what are you gonna do? A 39-year-old DNA secret revealed.
You are the father. Get off my stage.
If he's my son, I missed out.
My issue is I'm always being left in the dark. My brother was the one who told me.
So you were a dog, right?
No, I was promiscuous.
So if Abdul's your son,
I was 19.
it should have been you who should have taken responsibility.
At the end of the day, I think it's time to sort this out and time to figure
I
out
agree.
if you're the
I
father.
agree.
Tomeika, I want to know from you, do you remember your parents talking about another child being born when you were younger?
I do. I still have this. It was a situation. I was about 3 when they broke up. The one memory that I have of my dad being that young was I was sitting in the back seat of a car. And I remember him telling the news to my mother about a son. And I just remember her crying like she was just devastated. And I still remember that to this day. And I feel like I need to tell my mother's story because she was really in love with my dad. So it's just like me finding out that it's not only another brother, like there's another brother. Did you love my mom at all?
Look,
Because I knew
I'm
how
not
she
saying
felt
I was
about him,
polished. I was
you know?
19. She was pregnant with him, and
I know you were 19, but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
your actions as a 19-year-old is causing a lot of hurt for her
Yeah,
mother,
yeah.
for your daughter, for your potential son. There's a lot of hurt that your actions made right now.
right. But okay, she was pregnant.
You just gotta own it. You just gotta own it. I hurt a lot of people with my actions.
I hear you, Mr. Karamo.
Because the more you try to excuse it, is the more
I'm
that
not
there's
excusing
confusion.
it. She was pregnant, and my other son's mom, they both was pregnant at the same time on the Army base. So I didn't know that. I didn't know she was pregnant. But I lived
And
with
just
my
imagine,
other son's
he
mom.
has a girlfriend at home who loves him, and
This
she
is
has me.
a story. All right, so listen, Abdul, I think at the end of the day, we got to figure out the DNA outcome. How important is it to you to find out this right now?
I mean, like, I really just want the family to be able to bond, to be able to heal.
But if this is not your father, what are you going to do? Because
Still
you
call me.
put,
He'll
you
still
put a lot
call
of
me.
importance in saying that
He'll
this could
still
be your
call
father.
me. He'll still call me.
I mean,
What are you going to do?
Still call. I mean, we got a connection.
Yeah.
You know, so if he not my dad, then
I'm his friend.
That's Uncle Mike. You know?
Well, are you ready to know if you all are related? Are you ready?
I'm ready to know. My brother Andrew especially is very close to Abdul, and he lacks that relationship. You know, for everyone's sake, that it comes out that he is, because we're invested at this point.
Got it. Well, all right. Well, listen, Abdul, here you go. This is the DNA outcome. I want you to open it. If you'll please read it out loud.
Oh. Ready? All right.
A 39-year-old DNA secret revealed next. We got to figure out the DNA outcome. How important is it to you to find out this right now?
I really just want the family to be able to heal.
But if this is not your father, what are you going to do?
All right, ready? All right. Oh my gosh. Michael is your father.
Good job. Good job. Good job. I'm happy about that. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you.
Makeup on you.
Look. Thank you for a nice son, but the being called a dog. Look, was I a busybody? I was a busybody.
Yes, you was.
But
we were young, Michael, so don't worry about it.
I loved her mom too. I'm telling you, but I'm telling you, I knew the word love. I just didn't know how to do it.
Michael, I want to give you. Come take a seat. Come take a seat for me. At the end of the day, I'm really happy that this family has answers and that you all know, because there was a lot of confusion that was making you seem like a bad person. At the end of the day, you did have actions when you were younger. This is affecting.
I never held him at 3 months
You're
old.
happy. Hold on, let's take a moment. You're happy. Because
y'all can judge me. I never held him at 3 months old.
Your son is having an emotional moment because
it's
he finally knows.
It's the missing piece.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's the missing piece.
This is truly your dad. There's healing here.
You know, Dad, Mika, I just want to love y'all.
I love you too.
We love you too. And one thing,
this is the thing. There's a lot of healing that needs to happen here.
Right.
And I know that you.
I'm trying.
I know, but I will tell you the thing that I would tell you to do a little bit more is to just to listen to your kids a lot more. I think a lot of what you do is, I do believe you're there for your kids, but I think a lot is defending who you were and the actions you made. And at this point, it's just about apologizing and just trying to listen to them and make amends.
Right.
Says
and I didn't mean to hurt you. I know it makes me look bad. I didn't mean to abandon you. I didn't mean to abandon him, but I was abandoned too, because I have 4 kids and I'm very active in their lives, and it's very unfortunate for any father to have a child out there and not know it. I mean, it's just unfortunate.
Now that this is confirmed, there's still going to be pain and hurt, even through this smile that's going to pop up. Your daughter still has pain and hurt. Her mother has pain and hurt. It's just for you just to make amends with everyone when you can, just by listening and not defending. Can you do that?
I can do it.
If you can do that, I believe this family will be all right. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm really happy.
I'm happy for him too.
I'm happy for you.
For me, it's me finding out. For him, it's closure.
Yeah, no, I'm happy for all of y'all. Y'all gonna be all right.
Right.
Listen, everyone, thank you for being with us. Come back next time, friends, so we can keep talking and growing. I love you all.